Okay. So, let's find out how this one ends. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how far we... Ow, 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 ow. I didn't think I had it that loud. Okay. So I'm a little bit late tonight. I played Xenonauts. I had to start late, and then I played it a bit too long. And then I had to take a break because, holy crap. Very intense, very stressful. It's been quite the game. Alright. Now, let's see. Purple and me. Hey, how's it going, Kibitz? Yeah? Yeah, like I said, sorry I'm late. I was hunting her world and finding things that should not be. Lairs and... Oh. Is this one not done yet? Nope, this one's done. Okay, just checking. That's cool. Hope I make your day at least a little bit better. It's gonna, as always, take me a turn or so to get fully back into the swing of all the things I was doing. Yeah, the Invisible Storm Giants were cool, but they had such a high maintenance cost that I might as well use Skydrakes. I could make them invisible, and I probably will spell lock invisibility on them at some point. At the very least, I could spell lock Guardian Wind on them. We'll see. We'll see how this all goes down. For now, we are crafting artifacts and building our dream team. In fact, I should consider the heroes that I have and decide whether or not I wish to replace any of them. That's a good question. Let's see. Well, she's got a lot of experience on her, so I'd hate to give her up. So you're the illusionist. You're really good. You're a really good melee. The Chaos Warrior. I think the Huntress is the only one you could argue I should get rid of, but she's got web. And she's the only archer, and we're fighting Skydrakes. Actually, the 4 wizards are probably the mistakes. Okay, let's see. Ah, okay, good. Patrol. Guess I should check that side next. The reason I don't want to make a whole bunch of Skydrakes specifically is because they have that maintenance cost that artifacts don't. And I kind of want to punch everything into spell research. In fact, I think I can do that temporarily right now. I want to cast Power Link. I want to cast... Did I learn... Ooh, I have Spell Binding. I'm going to cast that next. And I'm probably going to abuse Time Stop somehow. At some point. Let me see. Oh, shit. Oh, crap. 1 second. Let me fix that. Sorry, it's hitting the wrong thing. And now you guys are seeing, gasp, I don't put the books and retorts down there anymore, because it's always covered. For the longest time I did. But since I started putting chat down here, I no longer bother. No, honestly, the only way that I could, because of this ability over here, no matter what I do, Remilia will take damage from the Skydrake, and that will be devastating. The only way I could kill the Skydrakes is if Remilia could do 30 damage in a first strike, which would be rather impressive, I must say. Let me see. I've got Doom, so I can ignore the armor with my attacks, so I believe her attacks will just ignore armor. But to be able to do 30 damage first strike, I don't see it. I don't believe it. Actually, she already has armor piercing. Does she even need Doom? Does Doom even... Is Doom better than armor piercing? No, this halves the effectiveness. Doom ignores everything. Yeah, so Doom makes you ignore all the armor, I think. Okay. So that's pretty good. Alright. We're burning so much mana per turn. I should check all my cities and just double check and make sure you have... I think I said yes, sorcery has flight. And Windwalk. And haste. Haste is good. Haste is a reason to put spell locks on things, even if you're not going to enchant them in any other way. Just put spell locks on them. That way, if you haste them, they can't be unhasted by your enemies. Alright. I wonder... Maybe I should just express build a bunch of buildings. Poof, more power. 2 more days. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else in that area. Man. I wish I would find a book or a retort. I would so love to get a retort. Even something small like alchemy, even at this stage, could be big. Sage Master would be the real prize, though. Now, I have Omniscience, which gives me a fairly big research buff. But I don't believe I can research faster than her. I know I can't. But it is a fairly big research buff. Something like that. It's more like... I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but, this is me. This is my enemy. This is me. This is my enemy. I'm not entirely sure that... I'm not entirely sure that there's really... I'm not entirely sure what's gonna happen. Oh, okay. Really? I didn't know it would measure that. We're gonna get Power Link and Spell Binding going in a second. And I'll just have to hope that she casts a lot of spells. Doesn't that increase casting skill? I know that Power Link prevents you from being spell blasted, which makes stopping the spell of mastery far more difficult. But once you disjunction it, you can then dispel. Let's see. I guess I want all these things, except that one. And that doesn't count combat spells, right? No, it couldn't. Alright, our first plate mail. Teleporting haste, invisible, +8 defense. So, now she needs an artifact to finish this. So she can be magic immune from an actual spell. Doom. Yeah. Teleporting invisible super monster. I think I'm one turn away. No, I've already done it. Right. Power Link. 100 mana a turn? Oh, is that all? God, the maintenance costs are out of control. Well, if there were anything, it's gone now. She's not at war with anyone. How does this benefit her? She can't build buildings in her cities. All she can do is move troops and cast spells. I guess it would have been nice if my Power Link was done, because she'd cast a ton of spells. Does Power Link work during time stop? Then she has to pay the maintenance on them all. Unless we're actually at war, I mean, the extra Hadriex don't help her any. This will probably force her to prioritize more mana over her research for a little bit. Unfortunately, we're gonna be here for a while. So we might as well talk about other things. I'm not getting a turn for a while. Well, I don't know, I guess I could pull out a different game? Wanna play something while we wait? I don't know what else to do. It's not gonna be more Xenonauts right now. I need a break from that one. Something I can play briefly and interrupt at any time. See, I saw it move. I prioritize researching the Spell of Mastery? Obviously not if it's using Time Stop. You can't research during a Time Stop. It's just going to eat all of your resources. Time Stop is a war spell. Honestly, it's just for military stuff. That's really what it is. I do love Dungeons of Dreadmore, but I always lose my files because it crashes and deletes them. Dungeon of the Endless is so much fun. Do I have something shorter, though? Something I can play just a little... I don't think I'm going to find anything I can play a smaller amount than that. Oh, yeah! Shattered Planet! Oh, I love Doom the Roguelike, but I'm out of practice. And what's worse, I can't talk while playing Doom the Roguelike. I don't know if I've ever articulated this, But to this day, I play a lot better when I'm not Let's Playing. Like, when I'm Let's Playing and I'm talking and stuff, I don't play as good as when I'm not. But especially Doom RL. I can't even play that game without sound. If the sound is off, I die. Like, I actually... You know, you have to really be... And of course, I play it on the highest. I am one of the top 10 players in the world for that game. That would be impressive if not for the fact that the only people who could appreciate that are the other 9 players who would be in the top 10. Those are the only people in the world who could actually appreciate it. And it's like, well, yeah, but they're the ones who are actually better than me. Might be that it takes time to reach that in the times. Well, the problem is you have to pay the maintenance on all those Sky Drakes is the problem. Well, thank you. It might also be part of the reason why I play more turn-based than action games. Might be. Maybe. Oh, you know what we could do? We could do Survivor the Living Dead Redux Episode 2. Let me see. Has he done anything? Oh, wait. Is that... No, that was just one thing. Still not my turn. Still not my turn. All right, when was the last time he updated it? Has he done anything lately? See, this is an author, I love his game, but he doesn't update it. Like, he'll update it a bunch, and then he'll be gone for, like, a long time. And he'll come back and he'll update it a bunch. Yeah, I don't know what's up with him. I like his work, though. Or... let me see. I've got a lot of games I've never touched. Stars of Bethem, Full Moon, Storm of Spears. A lot of these are RPG Maker games that I've accumulated somehow. Oh yeah, I've got a game called Toho Luna Nights. This one it's a Castlevania, I think. Yeah, this is a Castlevania type Metroidvania Toho game. It's supposed to be pretty good, but I'd probably want to play it for more than a little bit. But we could do that one. Yeah. Just summoning a lot of stuff into this world, I see. Yeah, I've been involved with the creation of more than a few games, and was really big into the pen and paper stuff when I was younger. Did a lot of that kind of thing. And I have some designs for really awesome games I really want to make when I can hire a few people. When I've accumulated enough wealth that I can hire a few people to do a few things, specifically art and music assets. Yeah. You've seen that one before? Toho Luna Nights? Is it good? I heard it's good. I've got multiple Toho games lying around. I've actually got a mainline series one I bought and I never actually got to touch, but I have the physical discs. Let's see. Unearned Bounty, that one didn't impress me much. Valiant Hearts, The Great War. I don't like how Steam reorganized itself. It updated and switched things around. Everything's all mixed together now. Valkyria Chronicles. That is a game I have to play at some point. Oh, holy crap, I got a turn. I thought I would be waiting for half an hour. That's why I was comfortable looking at these things. I remember epic time stops where I thought the game had crashed. Okay. Alright. Well, then her time stop wasn't as long as I feared. Alright. Okay. So, there's probably nothing left now. She still has 13,000 mana crystals? Why'd she even end it if she has... Oh, poor Cerevi. Oh yeah, you raise a good point. You change the maintenance cost dramatically. That might be a reason why it wouldn't take forever anymore. I still wish I'd gotten the power link off before she cast it. Oh well, she might do it again. Oh, she doesn't convert gold while it's running? Alright, well then. Because, yeah, I remember in the original game, unmodded, the time stops. Ah, they were epically long when the AI would do it. Yeah, I kind of hated the spell time stop because the AI would cast it. I didn't mind casting it myself, but didn't like when the AI did it. I wish there was a spell that could make all the buildings construct really fast in a city. Alright. Time stop turns might be one very big reason for remaking the game in real source code. Emulation is slow. Well, I mean, there have been so many attempts to remake the game that they just never pan out. Like, someone will start remaking the game and they won't finish. And this happens over and over again. I know this is quite a complex game, but it often surprises me. Alright. Let me check the charts and see what that time stop did. Aside from teleporting stuff from one plane to the other. If I can actually prevent the Spell of Mastery from being spell blasted, it really wouldn't matter how many cities I lost, as long as I held on to my capital. But Spell Blast, that's the issue. And even if I banish her capital, she'll come back within, like, what, 2 turns? Let's go ahead and focus on research. Research. Prioritize the research! Alright, power link. Okay. Now let's go ahead and use... where is it? Spellbinding. Boy, you sure have a lot of draconian cities with maxed out populations. There's no way I can compete with that. Here's somebody that doesn't have Uranus's blessing. Doesn't have really anything that would benefit from it, though. Maybe it's better I ignore that. Here's another one. This one could use it, I guess. Why? Why? It's strictly positive. There's no negative in it. None. Zero. Why? You cast it? Why do you get to cast it and you complain? What? Why? You are so full of shit. No, that is not. No. Don't even play that crap. Look at this. Look at what you're getting from it. No. I could understand if it was Meteor Storm or Armageddon, but this is strictly a positive spell. Or during time stop. Okay, specifically says it. Yeah, it's just gonna increase my casting skill. I guess I don't need it. A war with you would be the end of me. But then you have it, and I don't. And you get all this power, and I don't. God, this is stupid. Why is it just... Oh. My power income? Oh, that's even just... Yeah, that increases her researching speed. Oh, okay. Just cause. Definitely just cause. Alright. Should be able to step my thing up like that now. Maybe my Aura of Majesty will be enough to counteract it. And I can get away with this. Again? You just cast it. You just cast it like last week. I have a just cause now. Let me see. Where was I? I guess I'll just poke around at my idle games for a minute. This one shouldn't be as long because she couldn't have as much resources this time. She had the savings of who knows how long before. Let me see. Poop. Poof, 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 poof. Can't be that long. Is she gonna get a more unhappy with me every single turn that she's got the time stop running? Because I have that one spell active? Is that gonna tag every single turn? Is it? Maybe I'll check NGU idle. I haven't done that in a bit. I don't know why it is that I so enjoy... There's a few roguelikes that I just love and come back and play over and over again. And one of them is just Dungeons of the Endless. I don't know why, but every so often I just, like, I gotta play it again. I'm not even particularly good at the game, but I managed to win, I think, once? I don't even know. I managed to pull a couple of wins. It is brutally hard. Once things start coming unraveled, they tend to come unraveled real quick. And that was everything to do with that. Aura of Majesty and the Alliance should cancel it out entirely. It shouldn't exist. Seriously, she shouldn't get mad at me for something that's strictly positive like that. Suppress magic, absolutely get pissed off at a player who does that. Like, that's horrible. Then again, I've seen alliances between the AI where they've got Armageddon and Meteor Storm, and the alliance doesn't go away ever, so maybe I'm worried over nothing. We'll check her mana supply again after this. It should be exhausted, I hope. Oh, apparently Aura's a big dick. A big fat jerk face. Come on. Come on. Come on. Maybe the AI could be told it has to wait a certain number of turns before it casts Time Stop again. That's it! Aura's an internet troll, of course! I thought she was a draconian, but somewhere in here are the trolls. With their computers. How they type with those big, fat, meaty hands. They just must have very large keyboards. Huh? What? I didn't push that. What's going on there? Come on. I can't see how many turns it was. I cannot see that. Maybe you can see how many turns it was, but okay. Maybe it's being pushed over and over again then, okay. I wasn't watching it the first time, that's right, okay. How can your turns take this long? There's literally nothing in 2 worlds for your armies to do. Your armies have no purpose. Let's see what happens if I push the frame skip up. I'll make it a frame skip of 9. I wonder if that helped any. Oh, get out of here. Alright. Go ahead and do the University. Alright. She's growing stronger. Still got a lot of mana crystals. Nobody has access to the source code. It is one of those things which has been lost to time. Along with pretty much the source code of, I think, every... Oh, whoa, 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 what's that? That is mine, that's what that is. I'd love to wait for my heroes to arrive, but I'm just gonna send the Sky Drakes in, because whatever's in there, it must be mine. Unless it's full of, Great Drakes, then I probably shouldn't pick that fight. 5 Sky Drakes are not gonna take 9 Great Drakes. Under any circumstances. Even hasted and blurry. Ooh, right next to one of your cities. You've been here forever. I don't know. If I fail, she takes it instantly. She actually doesn't have a Doombat slaying army present. I mean, you try to go in there with magicians, they'll just fail. So it might actually be okay. How many turns away are you? Too many. Skydrakes can't do it by themselves, though. There might be something really good there. Alright, so I have to wait before I can cast Spell Binding again. How can I tell when it becomes available once more? You sure? What if there's 9 of them? Anyway, how long till I can Spell Bind again? Really buff them against bats. I could make them all invisible. Oh, okay. Cool, it has a custom message. Neat. Okay then. We wanted to make something special. I usually like the bird one the most. Let's see. There we go. We'll go with a cloak. Let me see. Alright, so I gave invisibility and teleportation and haste. I didn't give flight. 4 attack, 4 defense, 2 movement. Right? Yep, so she'll be flying and be even stabbier. Oh, I took Just Cause. My options were Just Cause, Doom Mastery, and Time Stop. Well, I can research Time Stop on my own. Doom Mastery I have no interest in whatsoever because I'm not producing units. But Just Cause let me raise my taxes everywhere. And suddenly my income is bumped. Definitely the best spell of the 3. You sure? Doombats hit really freaking hard. They scare me. Not like these stacks of magicians are gonna take it, right? Nothing in this area. No stacks of nightmares are gonna win against Doombats, right? She doesn't even have a stack of nightmares anywhere. This is probably the best stack she's got. That cannot win. Doombats will hit them on their first turn. Yeah. Of course, if I bring my heroes in there, the Doombats will attack the heroes on turn 1. I could make them all invisible, though. I could just make the Hadriex invisible. Just the one nightmare I want to avoid is killing all but one of the bats, and then she takes the treasure. That's what I want to avoid. Mass invisibility, yes, yes. This is only to the end of combat. It's not like when you make them undead. Good for him. Yeah, it can. The darkest dungeon will have you on the edge of your seat the entire time. Whoops. Ah, crap. Trying to use the keyboard here. No. This isn't XCOM. Don't use the keyboard. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 turns. Please don't crack that thing during the next 4 turns. There's nothing in the area that looks like it can take it. I think I can. I'm gonna make them invisible. I have to make everyone invisible, or the Doombats will fly forward and then they'll encounter the heroes that are invisible and kill them. But if everyone's invisible, then the Doombats will flap around randomly. And probably not kill the heroes first turn. I mean, I could get unlucky. I wish I could force the Hadriex to be the front row of the combat. Or are they the front row of the combat? No, they're not. The heroes are always in front. Okay, let me see. Looks to me like this city is done. All positive. Man, if I could get a nature spell book, all my cities could get +2 population. That'd be a ton of added tax money. On the other hand, I could find a life book and just straight up have more money, or chaos and have power. Or was that death? No, death was production? I think death is production. I think Sage Master would be my best bet, to be honest. I mean, Specialist would be good too. Well, not really at this point. Even Conjurer doesn't seem important anymore. I think it's going to come down to pull off the Spell of Mastery very, very quickly. So actually Specialist or Rune Master to make it harder to dispel my global that protects me from Spell Blast. Might be the only thing. Okay. Here you go. Alright, this is my Remilia. The Sword of Lucifer, the Plate of Invisibility, and the Cloak of Flight. Alright. Even with +2 movement, you only have 4 moves? That can't be right. You're also hasted and teleporting. Yeah. Let me consider this for a second. +4, +3, and Doom. If I made my own, I could give her +6 and Phantasmal. Phantasmal ignores armor like Doom, unless they have true sight or illusion immunity, right? Would a Phantasmal sword be better than a Doom sword? Is that how it works? Is that general area? Alright, well, unfortunately, I need to cast a bunch of invisibilities now. If you have at least a +3 to hit, yeah, I can give that blade a plus to hit. Building up again. Binding, spell ward. Time stop. Honestly, I can ignore the rest. I think it's just a spell of mastery. But I'll take time stop. It's a tool. I don't think I'll use it, but what can I say? If I could have 30,000 mana crystals and time stops, you can do a lot. I don't see any random monsters pouring out of this thing. Pity, I'd like to hit one. Okay. Oh, you want to hit it right now, but you can't. 6. I need to put the Windwalk on Vermilia. Next turn, we hit it. Have we explored every inch? No, because there's this giant black void here. Let's go look into that. Take my node. In my land. I wonder what would happen if Cerevi and Purple turned on each other. He would probably vanish in a single turn. And then she'd have 2 more cities. Certainly no way I could react. Actually, I do have Plane Shift. Maybe I could. I want to see how much does those invisibilities... Those boost her a lot, don't they? Well. Alright. Alright, let's see. Aces and axes just suck these days. Well, axes still apply to throne, I guess. Spell charges. Creature binding ×4. Creature binding won't work on a Skydrake anyway. Oh wait, they have illusion immunity, so Phantasmal won't work on them, right? Whoa, 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 okay. They have illusion immunity specifically? Okay, hold up. Let me see. in that case... Ooh, a death bow for you. Why do you have a thing with plus 20 spell skill on it? Because it was giving you movement and you were my Windwalker, of course. Alright, let's make a bow. Yes, a crossbow. I made her move faster than the Skydrakes. She could run around the battlefield, picking at them. I'll probably just give her teleportation. Yeah, that looks good. Man, I wish I could get a 5th power. Oh well. Pretty good. And does she have... No, she doesn't have supplies. Somebody had supplies. Did they die? You have capacity. But you shoot magic that'll never work on them. I think I had somebody with Supply Master that died. That's a real pity. Alright, let's take a stupid risk that I'll lose a bunch of heroes to this bat. If the first bat flies towards us and scopes us out... Oh, you also have capacity. Darn it, I need the archer to have capacity. No, you stay over there. Don't you dare. This one would have seen us, and then this one moved in such a way as to go around all the invisible people. Like they suddenly see all of us. That should have hit harder. Alright, I'm gonna go with... Haste upon you. Okay. You can't see us again. You can quick cast, right? That's a good level. Okay. Well, alright then. Such with the final cave. Okay. Demon Lords. I wish! Oh man, if I had Demon Lords, I could infinitely summon them for more power right now. I would time stop, and then I'd just go, Demon Lord, Demon Lord, Demon Lord. Time stop, Demon Lord, Demon Lord, Demon Lord. I would fill every tile in the game with 9 Demon Lords. And laugh maniacally while doing it. But no, I wish. Alas, it is not to be. Darn, I wish I had something to fight. But why? I keep asking, but I'm not gonna get an answer, am I? Why the time stops? Yeah. Well, I can only imagine what her maintenance cost is going to look like. I'm almost done joining all my cities with roads. It's great. We get a little bit more money. Actually, we've been increasing our cash flow dramatically over time. Oh, it's finally done. I'll have to record that when after this. Just means an hour that will sit. Yes, this was a barbarians game. You can still see the gladiators over there. And the barbarian cities are one of my liabilities because they don't produce much in the way of research and stuff. If they were high men cities, they would be producing a ton. Well, all of her stuff is draconian, which is amazing. Yeah, I honestly don't think I'm going to play Barbarians again. Not anytime soon. I've tried them a few different times. A couple of years ago, I tried them with nature because I was like, yes, of course, berserkers. What would go with berserkers? Spells that made them stronger, right? But you know what would be even better? Adamant weapons. I'll play nature barbarians. They can't use adamant weapons. It doesn't matter how much they worship Crom. They don't get the cool sword. They can't even use Mithril. They can't even use magic weapons. So I was just like, ah. So this time I was like, okay, berserkers with resist magic. My opponents are just chaos. They don't even use debuffs. So it didn't matter. Literally, like, not relevant to this game that I had resist magic. I kind of like the spell Zerker. It's interesting. It's different from other magicians. And then with focus magic, it actually gains its ranged attack, and it's kind of cool. I'm still not sold on gladiators though. But yeah, I don't know. I keep coming back to the idea that the barbarians might be more interesting if they had a cavalry thing going for them. Because honestly, nobody really uses cavalry. The horse bowmen are the standouts. They're the best, and even those don't quite do it for me. Like, I mean, obviously the Fantastic Stables ones, Griffins, Pegasi, Nightmares, all those are good. Dragon Turtles don't even need a Fantastic Stable. They just need a regular stable. Guess they're fairly docile for fire-breathing or lightning-breathing monsters. Oh, Wolf Riders. Actually, yes, Wolf Riders are good. Wolf and Jackal Riders are actually good. Yeah. Horse Bowmen are really good, but Wolf Riders might actually be better. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that the horse bowmen would defeat the wolf riders in a one-on-one, but I think the wolf riders are more useful in the scheme of things because they can cross the battlefield faster and get at those pesky magicians to eat them, whereas horse bowmen, yeah, magicians just immune to the arrows. So the magicians are really they're really the defining normal unit in the game. Like, they're the matchup you have to compare everything against. Actually, bowmen are okay, especially long bowmen are good. Bowmen are okay if you have something to buff them. Like, you can legit, if you can get Mithril, they're okay. If you can get Adamant, they actually start looking good. If you get Adamant and then you give them a buff like Flame Blade, your bowmen will really kick ass. Surprisingly. I had discovered that with, I think, Draconian bowmen, which are also airborne, so a lot of melee things can never get at them. Yeah, Draconian bowmen in particular are probably the best bowmen, just because nothing that's not flying can bother them. I haven't done dwarves and I haven't done, I'm pretty sure I haven't done a single game as Beastmen in all the years of streaming this. So I should probably do Beastmen next. But what retort and spellbook combination? See, I actually don't know Beastmen too well. I know they get centaurs and minotaurs. Do they get another special unit? Do they get a flying unit? I don't know. I think they do. Manticores? Something poisonous? Let me see. What would I be building around? Minotaurs don't have a lot of figures per unit. You can't really, so they're not super responsive to buffs like hammer hands or slingers or berserkers. They get good research and power. I believe they can build every building. Yes, they can build every building. They must have a flying unit near the end. Okay, it is manticores? Okay. So they're kind of well-rounded. They're a long-term builder race that's well-rounded. You could pretty much go with anything, then. You're not into early aggro especially. I think, don't they have like extra hit points on all their units? Or am I thinking of something else? We'll get back to this on the next forced break. Time stop, because you want the game to take longer and be slower. Alright. One epic bow in production. We'll see if we get that done before the next freeze frame. +1 hit point and attack. So actually their swordsmen would beat everyone else's swordsmen up. Except for trolls, of course. What's a build I haven't done, magically speaking? I've done everything with Warlord. Well, not everything, but a lot of things. I've done Conjurer a few times. I don't often go for the retorts that are like Cult Leader or any of those kind of ones. I could try some of that. Okay, we should be on the cusp of time stoppery. And then I'll probably just hit Spell of Mastery, because I'm not getting any more spell books anyway. I haven't played a Chaos Mage in forever, but I don't really see any reason why Beastmen would want Chaos. I could try a mixture of Chaos and Life. I haven't done that in forever. That was my favorite combination, Chaos Life. Yeah, Artificer's always been one of my favorites, but Artificer specifically goes with hero builds, when you want to build around heroes. I used to love it so much, trading create artifact for really good spells. Right from the beginning, you'd get a little diplomatic boost, you'd get really good spells out of people early on, and then you'd craft these epic artifacts. Spellweaver, I don't know if I've used Spellweaver, and I don't like Runemaster. I just don't like it. Even at 1 pick, I'm not sure I'd want it. But at 2 picks, I just definitely do not like Runemaster. Am I paying your maintenance? You were here because there was a war. Your maintenance cost is more than this node produces, I surmise. And they're certainly not going to stop even a single Skydrake. Ooh, Channeler. I don't often take Channeler, but Channeler is cool. If I were going to build around Channeler, what would I take? Everyone's got combat spells. I mean, my gut impulse is Chaos. Channeler with all the nasty Chaos stuff. You could throw spearmen at people and then just wreck their day with flame strikes. Death is really good with Channeler, though. Death has nasty stuff it can pull off. But everyone has a use for Channeler. Everyone. Let's get a Merchant's Guild. I'm just building things. Nothing is exploding or burning. It's just nice. Things are just nice. We have good neighbors and everyone's happy. But the world, it lacks adventure. My maintenances are basically canceling out right now, and that's just leaving me with spending somewhere between 400 and 500 mana crystals a turn. Actually, I think I'm turning a little profit, so it's not 50. It's probably about negative 400 a turn when everything balances out. Yeah, I think you two are crazy. Let me make sure you're still friends. That's not slipping. Why don't you get a quick spearman to pacify that guy? Poke the rebels in the knees until they stop being rebels. See, you were friendly, now you're peaceful. It is slipping. It is slowly slipping. But I need it. I think that's it. I guess. Try to slip back to the main world and go Saravi, what have you done? Why would anyone want to do that to this world? We're all friends. Everyone is a friend with everyone else. Why would you want this in the world? No. Shit. What are the rules on seismic mastery? Isn't it the big spells cause everything to go crazy? Like my artifacts? I mean, I suppose I could stop making artifacts. They're telling me they're gonna break the alliance. Oh, okay. Let's start with the accessorizing. There we go. Pacified. And they have magical spears to fight off the angry skydrakes with. You're welcome. No, they've got a pact. They've got a wizard's pact. They're basically buddies. She's gonna cast Time Stop again. I can feel it. It said 88 turns. Now it says 97 turns. But it's supposed to be 8 times slower. Something isn't mathing. Alright, well, let me see. I want a miscellaneous. I mean, I could stop making these, but I want to make them. Let me see. Teleportation and flight? Oh, right. Teleportation and flight. Yeah. Put that there, then we'll make the invisible armor for you. But it's still supposed to be 8 times slower, right? Or did I just get a huge boost? Why would you cause... Like, how did... All the way down there, how did you research seismic mastery? Should I seize that one? I don't know what I'd do with it. Be like, hey look, I have seismic mastery now. Okay then, I must have just had a boost that turn. So, the countdown to destruction is less than 100. And since I'm getting more research all the time, it's getting faster and faster. See, you guys could use an oracle, actually. Sage's Guild? Yeah, I need to get through one of these gates, please. Any of these gates? Oh, I can go through one of my own. It's fine. There's no rush. Oh, are we done? Wait, no, this is... Nope, that's a road. Okay, no. Everything up here is interconnected. I don't think... Well, I mean, you could build a road here. I guess. That's a long way to walk. They'll build the road for me. I think we're done with roads. Alright, here's your pension check. It'll come every month. Good job, man. Alright. And that's that. Cerevi hasn't even cast it yet, but you have. Well, maybe it delayed a time stop by 2 turns. Yeah, that is actually like half. I'm seriously considering just dismissing all of my troops, so I can keep forcing the research faster. But anyway, I could just have spearmen in all the cities to pacify any angry people. You know, actually, berserkers might be able to take down skydrakes. It sounds kind of insane, but I think they can. Get rid of all that. Halberders can hit pretty hard, but they're killed by anything ranged. Berserkers are like halberders on steroids. It's actually worth considering. I think berserkers can kill skydrakes, and what does sorcery have as an answer to berserkers? Confusion. That's pretty much it. As long as the berserkers get the first strike, and with mass invisibility, I can actually see that working. I can even haste them. Weird. There might... Those slingers and berserkers might be the only things in the game that could. I potentially can make both. My one halfling city. Hasted slingers. They don't have Mithril or anything. The only... These are orcs, though. Potentially, I could make flying warships. I don't think those are as good as they once were. Adamant Riverrun Riders. How would a Riverrun Rider affect a Skydrake? Not a very good matchup. The Horde, with a maintenance cost of only 1. With a maintenance cost of only 1 and Adamant backing them. But they can't initiate the attack. So the Lightning Breath would likely destroy the Horde before they got a turn. Before they got a hit. I love that orcs have such cheap units. I could produce Shaman and have them run out to every city to pacify people. And they're as cheap as spearmen. I could do that. Wherever I need pacifism. Slingers. I no longer have a hero with Arms Master. Pretty sure none of you do. I got rid of him. So the only way the slingers can level at this point would be time. I'm going to go ahead and mass produce them here. The only place that I can. Let's see. The only other options I have are Javelineers, which are not going to win that matchup. Can't believe it. I'm barbarian in my capital. Why are there so many rebels? We'll get some shaman over here. And we have the option of berserkers. Maintenance cost of 2. If only there were a place. No, it wouldn't matter. They can't use special weapons. Oh, I know. She's got invisibility and guardian wind. But, I mean, I can blast those off of the enemies. I need the money, though. I have to convert gold into mana crystals. I'm literally taking everything they produce and burning it in a furnace to produce magical items for my heroes. But yeah, I can Dispelling Wave Guardian Wind. If she's casting Guardian Wind, I'm happy. During a fight. And yeah, the slingers can... Oh yes, of course. Probably should make one of those. Every city should have a smith. Okay, Orb of Flight. Alright. Now you need Invisible Super Plate Mail. You've already got haste, teleport, and flight, yes? Is this magic? I guess? Could give you Guardian Wind, but you're already invisible, and... Let me see... Okay. Alright, let's see. Rebels. Any place there's rebels gets Adamant Shaman. Assuming I dispel it. What can sorcery do against barbarians, really? Berserkers. Aside from confusion and a couple of other small debuffs, I can't think of much. Like they could hit him with vertigo, I guess. Man, I wish I had something for them to fight. Let me see. You require... Oh, only 100 turns. It's about how long it would take to get the Spell of Mastery thing going. Alright. I'm gonna get rid of a few more unnecessary things. I'll leave a single water elemental in any city that has one, but only one. Still peaceful and relaxed. And there it goes again. Okay, let me see. We were talking about Beastmen with Channeler and trying to decide if I were in nature. Early on I could use web, and later I would get that call lightning entanglement combo that is so good. Life, of course, you get all the buffs. Chaos would get all the fiery doom. Actually, I think really it doesn't matter which one I go with Channeler. Beastman, Channeler. Maybe a combination of red and white. I honestly don't know really how to build around Beastmen. I guess it's my unfamiliarity with them. I just don't know what works with them. They're not really into... Maybe sorcery would work well with Beastmen. You got a lot of research and a lot of power. Oh! Who knows? Maybe I'll roll randomly and just play Beastmen. I haven't done a random game in a little bit. Honestly, my favorite late game is Death. Because the Demon Lords give you power and they're so good. I mean, Archangels are great too, for the same reasons. But Life's late game, though strong, is very kind of vulnerable to disruption. They just rely so heavily on enchant creatures, you know. Black has a lot more versatility. It can do a lot of different things. Are these roads not connected? Oh dear. What is this now? Ah. How could you fail to connect all of your cities when you're all alone on your plane? Sloppy. Why am I losing to someone who's playing so sloppily? I seriously wonder if the weight of all of the Skydrakes she's summoning is gonna crush her entire empire. Obviously not, because she's still producing tons and tons of surplus mana crystals. Meanwhile, I'm producing the cheapest units I can get away with. Orc Shaman. And Slingers and Barbarians. You know, it's funny that sorcery was given dominion over wind. Specifically wind. Flight, Guardian Wind, Wind Walk, Air Elementals, all given to sorcery. As well as, to a lesser extent, water. Guardian Wind seems like the sort of protective spell you'd expect to be in the Life Mage. Or possibly nature. Possibly. There's a lot of things you could put in nature. It's kind of funny. You never realize how weird nature magic is until you try to make something equivalent to it but different. And then you're like, actually, this is a big katamari of just weird-ass effects. I realized that when I tried to make a variant of the druid that wasn't nature-based, and it's like, these abilities, it's just a bunch of different weird mechanics that are all just connected. Yeah. Well, nature should include the seas and the skies, right? But yeah. Yeah, the AI always, yeah, it's always like that. It should be ending in a second. Is it just me, or are her time stops taking longer? Somehow. It might just be that she has more units to not move around these days. Oh, there we go. Right then. Okay. Another one gone. It might just be my imagination. Okay. You know, one thing I didn't do is look for her capital. I should know that. And I should set something near it. If it comes to blows, I'd rather it didn't. I'd rather maintain this alliance and say, okay, I won and everyone was happily ever after. But if it comes to blows, I should have a plan. Here it is. Yep, it's a flying city with heavenly light, so I'd have to disjunction. Ooh, nightshade, too. Alright. One of those towers becomes open. I need to push stuff through it. Not losing anyone on what difficulty settings? Man, I wish I could just make demon lords. Oh, how I wish I could just make demon lords. But for some reason, I can only seize global enchantments. Yeah. Yes, I do. I have to be very careful I don't end a turn with no mana and let everything I have collapse on me. I've done that before. It's not very fun. 87 turns. Alright. I imagine you'll have to... I don't know how you do it, honestly. Load back each time a battle doesn't go right? The game is just mean. The game is just brutal. The game is just unkind. So, I feel like I'm treading water on the spell of mastery here, because it's been at 80-ish turns ever since I started researching it, and it's still there. I know it's because I have this enchantment that's making my research unstable, but yeah. Okay. We will produce the slingers. Alright, keep giving me things that will increase my research speed. We keep increasing our funding. Alright, so these were the 2 heroes that mattered. The other 4... I mean, what can I say? They're all spellcasters, which is nice, but against Hadriex, they won't be able to scratch them. I could dismiss them and try to get different heroes. But with nothing to train against, there's no way to level anyone, and spellcasting still has its uses. I could throw air elementals at the Drakes, I guess. At least my archer can web them. So that's good, I guess. Boy, will these volcanoes ever heal? Come on, land. Okay. Merging. Merging is nice. Boop. All right. Look at you. Your archery's okay, I guess. I only wish I had something to fight. Very strongly wish that. Alright, that one's done. Next up is you. Okay. Wait a minute, where are you getting magical weapons from? Where are you getting magical weapons from? I can't make magical weapons. I'm barbarian. What? I don't understand that. Is there a source of mithril or adamant next to a barbarian city anywhere? Probably not. Uranus's blessing gives them magic weapons. I did not know that. There's a little bit of synergy between barbarian and sorcery, but Uranus's blessing comes into play too late. Though I am thinking of using barbarians, so maybe not too late. Hi. I'm just gonna start massing slingers over here. Alright, and the city is pacified. More money! I'm gonna leave those spearmen. I'm just gonna keep them. It's kind of amusing, actually. Just this ring of spearmen. I don't know. At some point, when they declare war, they'll kill all the spearmen. But I don't think I'll care. I'll be like, okay, fine. You spend 8 turns killing spearmen. Okay. If I were a death mage or a chaos mage, I could punish them every time they attack a spearman, but but not a sorcerer. Yes, ceremonial. Yes. You know, in Civilization, I always would do that. I'd always keep one of the original cavemen with their clubs guarding my capital all game. And I'm just like, yeah, it's ceremonial. They've been passing it down for generation upon generation. These old stinky loincloths. They're very proud of their traditions and their history. Very proud of their heritage. Alright, let me see. Do I want to make another artifact? I'm really not too clear on whether or not I want another artifact. Mommy, I'm gonna be a spearman! Timmy, you're an idiot. We've got Blade Master and Constitution. I could make you some stuff. Or I could make a really awesome staff for the spellcaster. Ooh, wow, -4? Can I really go that far? What would they be resisting? Stasis or Mindstorm? Neither of which would work on a Hadriex, so what's the point? No, I don't think I have any reason to make any more artifacts. I think we're done with that. So I have nothing to cast at all. There was a city. Poof. They tried. It was called Planar Conquest. Before that, it was called Worlds of Magic. You ever see that review I made? Oh dear, what was it, 8 years ago, maybe longer? I had done up dark clacons in it with bombardier beetles. Yeah. I really wanted to like Worlds of Magic. I really wanted to. It's not like Wasteland Interactive took our Kickstarter money and ran away. They really did try. They couldn't pull it off. They couldn't. They tried, but they didn't. Let me see. You could use a couple. Okay. Well, I'm gonna max research completely then. We are now below 80 turns. Fantasy General 2. Yes, it does happen occasionally. A legit Kickstarter does occasionally occur. Once in a while. But yeah, you can find plenty of top 10 lists on YouTube of Kickstarters that were just con men running off with all your monies. Tons of games, tons of board games. Oh man, the science ones are the worst though. For some reason, I'm just gonna say this. If you see a Kickstarter relating to some scientific product that's revolutionary and breakthrough, if it says solar anywhere on it, be very suspicious, because con men have learned that if they write solar on their con, people will throw money at them. Every time. Also be very suspicious of anything that tries to create water out of thin air. Yeah, you'd be surprised. God, there are nations where the country, the government gives like prizes to the greatest inventors and startups and things, and some of these projects will get that. And they'll never be anything, because it takes a lot of energy to get water out of the air, actually. Certainly a lot more than a little tiny solar panel on your water bottle will be capable of extracting. Feudal Wars. I missed that one. Age of Wonders is nice, but Age of Wonders is like cold. It's sort of Master Magic-y, but it's also more Heroes of Might and Magic-y. It's kind of its own thing. Well, at least one of the devs released something. Yeah. I've been some really weird Kickstarter projects. There was somebody who made Dungeons and Dragons pencils that had numbers on all the little sides, so that you could roll the pencil instead of dice, so that you'd always have dice with you. That guy did a lot of projects that never materialized, but it's like, how do you fail to make pencils? Like, all you were promising were pencils. Why do you need all this money? And there it is again. Oh my gosh. So I have a feeling these last 75 turns are going to take eternity, so let me ask a question. I'm no longer casting spells. I have no reason to. Should I just, when I come back to playing this, should I just not stream until something, like, should I play a whole bunch of turns, and as long as nothing happens, just leave it? Like, unless somebody starts casting the Spell of Mastery, or somebody starts a war, should I just play a whole bunch of turns off camera before the next live stream? Honestly, with all these time stops and just how slow this is gonna go, like, we got 75 more turns to wait. What do you guys think? Okay. That's what I'll do then. I mean, I could summon Skydrakes, but they're gonna give her more power to increase her research speed. And honestly, I'm not... If it comes to it, like, I think the only city that matters is my capital, if I fully research the Spell of Mastery. First she has to disjunction, then she has to spell blast. If I can take her capital out with a dispelling wave and then a bunch of slingers and berserkers and possibly a stack of skydrakes, the only thing that matters from there is holding my capital. I thought they cost $450. Oh, right, I have 2 extra spell books. Okay. Hey, I'm hearing that Europe wants to eliminate time zones. I'm all for it. Time zones are archaic. I'm surprised anyone wants to bother getting rid of them because it's one of those kind of things that'll just never go away. But hey, if they're gonna do it, by all means, get rid of it. It's annoying. We can all be on the same time. And it'll just eliminate some confusion from our lives. With sundials, time zones made sense. They were pretty much mandatory, actually, before proper chronometers. And, you know, people didn't communicate very quickly, so when you would only write letters to people, it didn't matter. But we don't live in a world with sundials anymore. Well, I mean, there are still sundials, but I mean, you know. Actually, it's really I'm such a nerd. I find the history of timekeeping to be fascinating. I find it fascinating this guy who developed this watch like his whole life that was, you know, for calculating where ships were is a really big deal, is amazing. I find it interesting Greenwich Mean Time that we still use is actually a specific astronomy that like they in Greenwich they have an astronomer and he would tell the time, and everyone would go to him to find out what time it is to set their clocks. And they got so sick of people asking what time it is that they paid somebody on their staff to just walk around town with a watch and just tell all the clockmakers what time it is. Well, then it became a subscription service and the clockmakers all paid for it. Then the clockmakers would turn around and sell the time to other people and turn profit on it. And this was still going on way into the 1900s, like way past when it was even necessary. This old lady that was like the granddaughter of the original time carrier was still carrying the watch around time. And the reason it became so important actually was partially clockmakers saying clocks, but also trains. Trains were the first time in human history that knowing the exact time became important over distances, because you needed to catch the train. You needed to know what time it was so you could catch the train. And, God, there's so many details. You know that thing that they do in New York City on the New Year where they drop a ball? Does anyone know what the hell that's about? Timekeeping yet again. Because, actually, that's how they used to, you know, you used to have church bells tolling the time. Well, they also had, because ships would be far out, where they couldn't necessarily hear your thing and on a great distance, but they could see. So you'd have a giant ball and it would drop, and the moment it would hit the bottom, that would be the exact time, and the ship's captains, you know, would set their chronometers, because knowing the exact time is important if you're on a ship for telling exactly where in the world you are. Between your various tools for looking at the stars, knowing what time it is in a specific place like Greenwich, since that was our standard. You'd know exactly what time it is in Greenwich on one clock, and then you'd have, I think you had to have a second clock, or no, you could just use the stars to tell exactly what time it was where you are right now. And then you could use those 2 points to calculate exactly where you are. But you had to have a really accurate chronometer. There's a whole thing. It's fascinating. It's actually a rabbit hole you can keep going down. The history of timekeeping. What were we talking about before I got off on that? Time stop, maybe? I don't know. Oh, time zones. Right, yeah, that. Yes, but we have email now. And live streaming. And telephones. Well, actually, yes. There have been various times in history where the trains were running on time. Exactly. I think in Japan they run on time. Like, exactly. That might not be true anymore, I'm not sure. In Germany, at various times in their history, the trains were exact. But, yeah, no, most of the time, it's a very imprecise and sloppy thing. buses, trains, all that. Especially buses. Because, you know, shit happens. I was once riding a public bus. Took somebody's side view mirror right off their car. Like, the bus has this big, like, reinforced thing for its window. Just the guy's car. So the whole bus had to stop, pull over, starts filling out paperwork, comes up and takes statements from every person on the bus because it's technically an automobile accident. And, you know, insurance and all that. It's like, it's a good thing I don't actually have to be anywhere anytime soon. If I were going to work or something, this would be unacceptable. Yes. It is amazing how much of human history everyone wanted to attend executions. It was quite the pastime, apparently. Oh my gosh, in France, in Paris, they had like what I can only describe as a display case. And in this display case, they would display all the bodies that they would find. And people would come along and look at them and jeer at them, children and everything. It's just like, why would you display the corpses in a display? You know, it's just our culture is not what it once was. We don't do things like that anymore. Maybe that's where we went wrong. Maybe that's what's wrong with society, of course. We should be displaying our dead for the children's. History is weird, man. The more you learn about it, the more you realize history is weird. And anything, no matter how bizarre, probably did happen at some point. Hey, yes. Yeah, I know. But my gold income sort of balances. It's okay. It'll be okay. Oh, you're one of those races that doesn't have a gladiatorial arena. What's wrong with you? Yep, nope, that's because we're researching the spell of mastery with every available ounce of power. We're just putting everything into it. She is actually running lower and lower on mana as she does these time stops. I can only imagine how many dragons she's got at this point. She's summoned a lot of things. Some people don't have such a literal definition of making friends. She does. She makes them with magic. Alright. And that'll be it for today. And we will see... Who knows, maybe next time we'll start out and I'll have the Spell of Mastery, or maybe something horrible will have happened. I'm betting she learns it first. I'd bet anything she learns it first. She's got way too much power, you know? Most wrong. I mean, it's up there. It's definitely up there. I like the one cartoon where they just mountains of skulls, and they just keep trying it over and over again, and just more mountains of skulls. It's like, no, it'll work this next time. But worst thing to ever happen, I don't know. There are some pretty bad things. I mean, you know about when the Mongols conquered China, right? You know what he did? You know what the Great Khan did? He slept around a little. That's a polite way of putting what he did. As I understand it, 1 in 4 people in China are direct descendants of this one guy. Ah! What else? Ah, geez, I could talk about a great many terrible things that are probably better left not talked about. Let's just say that people have short memories. People talk about horrible things that happened to millions of people, that our grandparents were alive to possibly wander into and see the horrors of, depending on, yeah. But that's not new. History is full of horrific destruction of your own people events. A lot of them. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I think religion is a good thing, but of course, I'm religious, so you know. Yeah. I think it's a good thing, but I don't think that they are all good things. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, I am not going to get into that. I generally keep things apolitical and a-religious on this channel because, well, frankly, I think entirely too many things have gotten political. I think it's gotten way too invasive. And you know what? We all need to get away from that kind of thing once in a while. So, yeah, many things cause wars, though. Anyway, until next, sorry, tangent. I can't remember what novel it was in. There was a great exchange. There were like 3 different characters arguing, and one of them was arguing that all war was religious in nature. And another one was a merchant was like, no, all war is economic in nature, and explaining like all wars at their root are because of economics. And I forget who there was another person who had another side to what all wars were the root of, and they all made really good arguments. Like really solid, like yeah. So, you know. Anyway, until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. Before I say things that will cause Google to delete me. Bye!